Fortnite Chapter 4 is officially launching December 4th, and I'm super excited for the brand new map. Hopefully the pump and many more items could be coming out in Chapter 4, but I'm not here to talk about that in this video at least. I'm here to talk to you about what you should be doing in Fortnite competitive break. Between now, the date of releasing this video, there's exactly 2 weeks, and the only tournament on is the Zero Bill Cash Cup, which means we're technically in an off season now. There are no proper tournaments running, and many people may see this as a bad thing, but in reality, this is great for a lot of us. When we come back, the meta will change completely. It will turn from 3 different types of cups, from Contender, Champion, Elite, back to the old format again. There is a lot of stuff we can do to ensure coming Chapter 4, we are ahead of everyone else to give us the best start to the competitive season. We now have 2 weeks. I'm going to start off by saying, if you have been full grinding this season, like every day, 6 hours constantly playing, then it's probably best that you take a break from the game. At least 1 to 2 days, all the way up to a week, just based off how motivated you're feeling and how much you've grinded. It'll make you feel a lot more refreshed and you'll overall play much better. For people that maybe not have grinded as much, I still recommend a break for you. 1 to 2 days will be key, because come the start of Chapter 4, it will mean you do not burn out halfway through the competitive season. If anything, my recommendation for the break is to play less, not more. There's no point in full grinding with the prime, etc., trying to get as good as you can with your loot routes on this map and stuff. If next season's going to be completely different map, completely different loot pool, it makes more sense to stop playing as much now and focus on improving certain weaknesses. So come the new season, you can grind from the start. So during your break or the time you're not playing as much, experiment with Warzone, some other games, Valorant, or just go chill or do some other stuff. What you should do is come on every day, do some aim practice, play 1v1 just so you don't become rusty, then go chill and do other stuff. For me, I'm going to be focusing on content. I'm going to bring out loads of videos over December, going all the way up to Christmas Day. I'm going to try and upload daily videos. I'll try my best at least. So if you're enjoying this one, subscribe so YouTube recommend my videos to you so you don't miss any of the daily content that I'm going to be bringing out. Also drop a like while you're there. It's completely free and it supports the channel a lot. Now the next thing you should do is sort out your sleep schedule. If you've super messed up sleep schedule, take a day or 2 to try sort it out. Stick to it. Having a sleep schedule is actually super beneficial, not just for your performance in game, but also for your health. Some of the benefits actually include getting sick less, lowering your chances of serious health problems, reduces stress and improves your mood, which may be super beneficial for some of you ragers out there. Thinking more clearly, which links massively to Fortnite, allows you to have improved focus and pick better decisions in fights, rather than doing a play and then realizing that you've messed up. And you actually get along better with people as well. So I definitely do recommend you try and sort out a sleep schedule if you can. There are a few different ways of doing it. Search up on Google some of the best ways. I'm not a doctor, so I'm not going to recommend anything to you on how you should reset it, but do whatever is best for you, as everyone is different and your sleep schedule actually does vary on a few things from person to person. I know it depends on our bodies, our environments, what we eat and stuff, so do your own research on that. I know I said not to play the game too much, but now is the best time to change things and get good. Once you took that break, you want to play at least an hour Kovacs every day if you can, or some sort of aim training. Just get in the habit of grinding aim training for at least an hour, because I promise you, if you do it every day from now all the way up to the new chapter, your aim in Chapter 4 will thank you for it. You got 2 weeks where you're doing an hour practice on your aim every day. You're going to get crazy aim from it. Trust me, you've got the time to do it. There's not too much to do in game anymore, and if you don't have Kovacs, an hour of aim training in game could also work if you prefer. Just get in the habit of aim training and improving your aim, and just stick with it. Now, I've gone through some of the Fortnite maps you should be grinding. Now is the perfect time for you to make any last minute changes if you want to get good. If your bind's not optimal, or you want to switch to keyboard and mouse, or even get a new controller or something, now is the perfect time to do it. Make sure to take a break, make any changes that you may need that could affect your performance in game for a bit. I mean, now is the best time to get new stuff ahead of the new season. Maybe you may even need a new mousepad, or even if your mousepad is slow, it may be worth washing it. If you see mousepad marks on your mousepad, they're like little white streaky marks, or you can scrape your nails across your mousepad, it leaves a mark, then that's how you know you need to wash it. It's called mousepad marks. It's normal for you to get them, especially when using your mousepad for long periods of time. It's just your mousepad picking up a mix of bits of oils from your hands, sweat and plastic that rubs off your mouse feet, and it does make your mousepad a lot slower, which affects your aim massively. So if you do see them, then make sure you wash it. Don't just shove it in the washing machine. If you're going to do it, search up on YouTube, on Google, how to wash it properly. And there are many tutorials that teach you how to do it, so just be careful washing it with warm water as well, and do not use a rust sponge as it can damage your mouse pad. But once it dries, it should be feeling super smooth ahead of the new season. Next, I'm going to talk about getting a proper warm-up routine. I'm thinking of making a video shortly on how to make your own optimized warm-up routine, especially for you, but I'm also bringing out a fair few videos across December where I'll show you some of the best maps that are currently in the game, so make sure to stay tuned for that. That you're working on things that are going to improve you and make you better at the game, not working on stuff you're already good at. Find something that will work on tuning your weaknesses and turn them into strengths, because that's the quickest way to improve and get better. If you don't have a good warm-up routine, I made a video on the best warm-up routine. You can go check that video out if you want. It's on my channel. I'll also have a little thing at the end to click on so you can go watch it. But I'm going to go into a few of my favorite maps in this video now and show you through them and what to do in each of them. Now, the first map that I've gone into is actually Aim Plus Mechanics map. This is one of my favorite maps and it's constantly being updated all the time. I cannot recommend this map enough. It's such a good map. It works on everything you could possibly ever ask for, and I'll leave the code on screen now. You should be able to see it at the top of the screen somewhere, but I'm going to go through some of the best maps and what you should do in them. First of all, if you want to improve your AR, your tracking aim, these two maps are decent. I think there's definitely some better maps for improving your AR aim, which I'm not going to go through in this video, but I mean, it's good to be able to get sort of like that tracking at range and stuff, but to be honest, I don't think it is like the best map to be improving like your tracking and stuff. And then this one here, as you can see, you just shoot that ball until it teleports away. At close range, it's not the best, but at long range, you'll see. I mean, it definitely can be good at long range, but I don't know. I feel like there's much better maps out there to improve it, but that's just my personal opinion. But the first map that I do really recommend is 1v1 Angel Bot. There's a 2-minute timer here. I like to do it for 5 minutes. Sometimes I'm doing it for a lot more. And you just want to start the timer and shoot the bot. The bot has 400 health, I'm pretty sure. And you just want to try and track the bot as he jumps around. And he's constantly like hopping around. I think he's got low gravity on, so it just constantly keeps hopping around. It's really good to improve your aim, especially if you want to get good at like tracking and stuff as well. It's fairly easy to just be sitting here and track this for 5 minutes. Like, time literally flies when you're playing this map. I don't know if that's just me, but I would definitely recommend this map. Practice your shotgun and your AR tracking in here, or you could just work on one part. There is like this close range, which is what I'm doing now, and then if you come a little bit further back, you've obviously got medium range, which might be better if you want to improve medium range AR tracking or something a little further back. Or you could really, if you want, come all the way to the end over here and practice tracking. So I feel like that's much better for practicing tracking than the other maps are, because like the bot jumps around and stuff and it's not a target, instead it's like an actual player shape. So the next map I'm going to recommend is Shotgun Aim. This one is actually really good. You've got the lever and the prime here, and this is like a target shooting one, but what you do is you have 3 timers here. You equip the shotgun you want. I'm going to equip the prime for this, and then what you want to do is start the timer and then just start tracking, and every time you hit it, what it'll do is it'll switch to a next shotgun so you can fight instantly, and if you miss, it won't switch straight away. You gotta wait. It only flicks it to the next shotgun as soon as you hit the target. So just try and hit the target as many times as you can. It's better to do it slow and hit your shots than it is to like go kind of be like really quick, you know what I mean? Now I like to do usually all 3 of those, the 40 seconds, 2-minute and the 1.5 minute timer, and sometimes I'll do like an extra 40 seconds on the side. This next sport I've just come through is 360. Now it's 360 degrees bot shot in, and what you want to do is kill the bots and they'll spawn in different spots. And it's really good for practicing your tracking, your shotgun tracking, your crosshair placement, and the bots also like jump around and crouch and stuff, just like someone probably would in game. And they do mantle up on top of the other parts as well, if I leave one for long enough. See, as you can see, mantles up. So I usually play this for, I don't really have like a strict time I play this one for. I just kind of play it until I feel warmed up and ready to go. So I'm hitting most of my shots and feeling good to go. Now this next one is build and edit. It's got a range of like crosshair placement, edit tunnels and things like this, and it is actually pretty good for improving. Now what you want to do is you want to come through here and you can just go through the map. I like to do it slowly. I think that's the best way to improve it, and then just practice getting that overall sort of shape of the wall. So what you want to do is your crosshair should be in the same motion as the line is. So see how this line's a straight line? If you do every motion the same as what's on here with your crosshair, then it'll be the most optimal edit. And then eventually you want to slowly start to pick up the speed. Should be able to do this nice and quick, and then in game you'll be able to do the edit flawlessly, hopefully. But if you find yourself messing up a lot when trying to do it quick, like you're going like that or something, then just slow down a little bit, take some time just to relax and just learn that edit that you need to be making. Now the next one is definitely a favorite. It's a piece control one, and as you can see, the bot will be here and you just come through and piece up the bot. I mean, I don't feel like this is the most realistic one, but this one is definitely good for getting the edits and everything. You're like sort of locked into this space, so this one is definitely not bad, and it constantly teleports you to the next one. There's like a range of different scenarios as well, so it's definitely good for practice, and you can improve a lot from doing this, I believe. Now the next map that we're going to do is headshot only box fight. Now I know there is a prime one, and I think there is a striker pump one as well, but I'm going to be doing the pump shotgun. Hopefully it comes back next season. But even when the striker pump was the meta, I was still doing the pump one, and I had crazy shotgun aim that season, so I don't think it matters too much. If you're watching this in chapter 4 and you already know what the shotgun is, then obviously use whatever the shotgun is if there is a map on them. And if you want to get to the prime, come into the striker one, and then the prime should be here and you'll be able to queue up to it, and it should be on your recently played. And you'll see there's like a lot of people that actually play this. If I show the scoreboard here, you can actually see there's a fair few people in this map, despite it being around for quite a while. And what you want to do is just want to run around, take your time with each shot. Now, this is a thing. Take your time with each shot and make sure you hit the headshot. There's a lot of people like rush their shots. So I think if you want to get the best improvement, taking your time is key. Loads of pros actually do play this map, and the only way to kill someone is by hitting them a headshot. So as you can see, I body shotted that guy there, and his health just regenerated instantly. So make sure you take your time with your shots and hit the headshot. I feel like a lot of people come into this map, run around, rush their shotgun shots, miss them all, just sit there spinning around. It's super unrealistic, and all you're going to do is find yourself being one pumped and not actually improving from it. Instead, you should aim to take your time with each shot and then try and hit the headshot. And then when you're in game, you'll be doing the same as well. You'll be taking your time a little bit more. You'll hit a lot more headshots, I promise you. Don't rush your shots, take your time, try and hit the max. Now this last map is actually my own map. It's not fully set up yet, but the map is complete and you can go in and play it. But as you can see, like the front cover and everything has not been set up properly for it yet, so I haven't really promoted it. I will make a full video on the map alone explaining everything, but I'm gonna go through it briefly here, go through everything, and I promise you, if you play this map, you can actually improve your mechanics a lot. As you can see, the map code should be on screen now. As soon as you load in, make sure to support me, put code Taven in there, and you'll see this confetti pop up. Anyways, there's a range of different maps. This is probably like one of the first maps you should go into, as it's got a free build section here. I mean, it's not the greatest free build section in the world, if I'm being completely honest, but it is a free build section nevertheless, and you can just run through, practice your free building, and I recommend doing this for probably about 5 minutes as soon as you come on, and just practice doing crazy edits as quickly as you can, like so. It doesn't really matter if you mess up edits at this point. Just try and do everything as quickly as you can, as to try warm up your fingers in your hand if this is your first time on. Boom. I haven't done it for 5 minutes, but it's how long you'd probably want to do it for. And now moving on to the next one, crosshair placement. Now I haven't fully completed this section. If the map's super popular, then I'll complete these other two. This one's going to be ramp edits when it's done, and this one's going to be like a little bit of mix of wall and ramp. But if you come over to here, you'll see there's a range of wall edits, just like the other map I was explaining. It is very similar to that. You just want to go through it, put in your crosshair here. You want to do it slowly, and then eventually you can speed it up and get quicker. But I want you to first start off doing it nice and slowly, and just pausing, making the edit and following the line, and then eventually over time you can speed up. Now everything on this map you can do super quickly, and that's what I love about it. I've made everything so it literally takes you hardly any time to complete it, and you could complete the whole map in literally less than 20 minutes, because I hate doing edit maps where they're super long. Now the next one I'm going to go into is the edit course one. As you can see, I've made a leaderboard, so make sure to send me your time so I can put you on there. But this is super quick. You can literally do all this in probably like 5 minutes in total. You can literally do this one in about 30-40 seconds. It obviously does depend on how good you are editing and stuff, but you can do it super quickly. As you can see here, I'm just going to run through it nice and quick. I recommend that you do all of them, especially if you're warming up as well. I recommend you start off with the easy and then do medium and then do the hard one, as the easy one's like a nice place to sort of start. Just practice those edits at the start. The easy one is a nice place to start, just to practice those initial edits and just sort of get into the habit of editing, and then eventually you can build your way up to the harder ones. So I finished easy. I did that in 44 seconds. It's definitely one of my highest times, probably, because I've been trying to explain it, but you can do that in about 40 seconds, 35, depending on how good your editing is. Now I'm on the medium one. You can do this one fairly quickly as well, probably about 40-50 seconds. It does depend on how good you are as an editor. It may be slower, maybe quicker, but I think the only real difference between them is the easy one has a lot less edits to do, the medium one has a bit more, and then the hard one has the most edits, and then also has a few more harder ones to do. Like some of the walls are pre-edited and you need to reset them and edit and stuff like that, which you do actually see a few of them in here. But as soon as you see the coin, you know you've got to the end, and I did that one in 50 seconds. Now moving on to the hard one, you can do this, when was the time I did it in? 1 minute and 7 seconds. You can do it in a lot less than that. I think I've done it in like a minute before or something like that. So yeah, you can definitely do it quite quickly. And one thing I like about this is actually the edits there. These are like panic edits, and you can actually work on them when doing this, and there are a few different sections for it, so definitely a good thing to try and work on. Boom, I did it in 1 minute 8 seconds. Definitely not my quickest time I've done it in, but as you can see, you could do it all fairly quickly. 1 minute 8 seconds, 51 seconds, and 44 seconds. I've been in this map for 5 minutes. And if you did free build for that 5 minutes as well, you would have been in there for about 10 minutes so far. So as you can see, you can kind of get everything fairly quickly. Now, the next one I've gone into, which one did I just go into? I just went into the edit towers one, and as you can see, you've got the edit down tower, the quad edits, triple, and the double edits. Just like everything else, these are really quick. I recommend you start with double edits and then go through and do them all. But you can literally complete these in like, what, 15 seconds each, if that. You see how quick that is. They're all about the same sort of length, and a lot of them you can walk through, especially if you're a good editor. But even if you're a good editor, I still think it's good to practice your skills and stuff. Now onto the quad edits, put some cones in there, and bang. And now onto the last one, which is the edit down tower, and you'll be spawned up here. You just want to edit down like so, and you just want to practice. As soon as you hit that edit key, you want to click, and you should never see any blue on the tile like that, see? And sometimes it might be worth doing it like just like this, and then practice some of these as well. You can get through this super quickly, but I recommend do it slowly and just practice clicking the edit key and then instantly pressing as soon as you click the edit key. As you can see, you can literally not even see the blue for a second on those floor edits. And if you can learn that, you'll be able to edit super quick, especially when editing down. Now, onto the last two, build and edit tunnels. These are nice and quick. And what the build and edit tunnels is where you build a piece down and then you edit it. It's meant to like sort of simulate when you're just building and editing through a tarp in endgame, or if you're in a fight, in like a mid-game fight, and you need to like get through and tarp or tunnel or something, then it kind of simulates that. Getting piece control, building and editing tiles nice and quick. If you want to make it even harder for yourself, then you can actually do this. You can like flip them and rotate them like I did there for a bit, or you can already put an edit in the wall, and then that way you got to reset and then place them. And then if you're really good at it, then you can do this and then place a ramp as well. So you can go reset it and build, reset, edit. Okay, you kind of get the point of it, but I don't think I'm quite on that level yet to be doing that. But you just want to go through, place a build in every spot, and then edit it quickly. If you miss a spot, like you miss a build or you mess up an edit or something, don't worry too much about it. Just try to do it as quickly as you possibly can, and you can complete this in probably about a minute or so. They are super quick. You literally just go through them. As you can see now, they're all about the same sort of size, so you can literally just race through them all, get through them nice and quick. Take a break if you need one, because I wanted to make it so the map, you didn't have to like spend an hour like on each one, because I know I've played mechanics maps before. It takes me like 5 minutes to get through each one, and it just, I don't know if it's something about it or it's just me, but it makes my arms ache, and if anything, it probably doesn't even help me much when I'm playing a map for that long, constantly editing. So the next one and the last one is realistic piece control. So what this is you're in like sort of an actual in-game scenario like this here, and this is actually the synapse building, and you just want to go through, piece up the bot, hit them with the little max, and just go through practicing your piece control, your edits, your aim, and take smart angles as well. The bots will actually hit you like if you get kind of close to them. I'll show you here. See the bot does hit me, but you won't die to him, so don't worry too much about it, but just try and avoid getting hit by the bots. Just take smart angles and edits, practice jumping to the left on right hand peaks, and obviously doing window edits, because they are super broken in game and you can take some really nice smart peaks. This one's meant to be just like going straight forward, as if you just walked into the building and there's a guy there. And then this one is kind of like a common situation you get in game, where there's a guy like on the floor below and you've got edit down and then try and take sort of a smart peek on him. I don't know, I just feel like this is kind of like a common off-spawn theme to really be in. And then this one is at the Sunny Steps building. Don't worry, if you place builds, they're not going to get stuck. It just breaks all the environment around it. And then eventually, once you've completed them all, you'll be teleported back to the start again, and you can run through this as many times as you like. So there's no real limit. The builds will keep breaking at the end, and then you can run through each scenario as many times as you like, until you're feeling like your piece control is on point. That's when I stop doing it usually. And as you can see, it's a super quick map. You can literally run for the whole thing in, I've done it in 11 minutes. If I did the free build as well, I would have took me about 15 minutes to do it in. And I've been explaining each one as well, so I could definitely do it a lot quicker than that if I wanted to. You can literally speed through them nice and quickly. It's just a nice little quick map to do. Anyways, that's it for this video. If you did enjoy this video, you may also like this video that's on screen now. This warm-up routine will make you Fortnite Pro. It's a full warm-up routine, and it works on everything you need to when going on to Fortnite, so make sure to check it out if you get a minute or two. I think you'll enjoy it.